Hi everyone. All right, let's get straight to it, everybody. Today's kind of like a fun video. Leave your comments, leave your concerns, leave your questions, leave your agreements or disagreements. So today's topic, just something out of the blue. Currently on Netflix, we have the Ip Man series, Ip Man 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we got Rocky. We got the first Rocky, got Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, and Rocky 5 on Netflix. So, I mean, they're all awesome movies. My respects to Donnie Yen, Samo Hung, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, and I forget his name. Just call him Apollo Creed. You know, I mean, dude was badass in Predator and great in the Rocky movies. So, getting to it. I don't know if anybody else has seen it. I think on YouTube only one person really mentions it in comparison, but Ip Man 2 is basically Rocky 4. So, let's break it down. I think it's pretty funny. Okay, so spoiler alert. I'll make sure to put that on the video, okay? If you haven't seen these movies, this is a spoiler alert. So if I'm saying Rocky 4 and you haven't seen Ip Man and you want to watch it, then yeah, I'm basically gonna ruin it for you. It does have a similar story to Rocky 4. Or if you've seen Ip Man 2 and you haven't seen Rocky 4, well, there you go. I mean, obviously it's different, you know, but let's break the story down. So let's start with Rocky 4. Rocky 4. To fast forward it a bit, Apollo Creed is going to fight, Dolph Lundgren, the Russian, Ivan Drago. So Ivan Drago is from another country, comes down to box, showing that he's better than everybody else. Wants to fight Rocky, but he's going to fight Apollo. So we know what happens there. Ivan Drago kills Apollo during the match. So now you have Ip Man 2. So they're putting on exhibition for the foreigners, which in this case are the Americans, so we're the foreigners. And the boxer comes down to watch one of the exhibitions from the martial artist. So he gets up, he starts punching a bunch of dudes. So he's a foreigner, he's from another land, goes to their hometown, and starts showing off how good boxing is. So what happens? Samo Hung, the character, one of the Wing Chun masters, in order to restore the honor of a martial artist, gets in the ring with the American boxer and dies. So now in the stories, Apollo Creed was Rocky's opponent in Rocky 1 and Rocky 2. Sammo Hung was an opponent for Ip Man versus Donnie Yen in Ip Man 2. So basically it went from, being enemies to being friends. So both characters die in both movies. So we got that going on. So now you have Rocky Balboa getting in a fight with his wife because he wants to fight Ivan Drago. And yeah, he basically leaves to Russia, to go train by himself. Now yeah, later on, Adrian does go and support Rocky during his training, but it happens later. And then you have Ip Man, where wife is pregnant, doesn't want him to fight, and he's all trained on his own, to fight the boxer. So now you come into the ring, you got Rocky Balboa versus the Russian, Ivan Drago. And then you have Ip Man versus the boxer. That's funny because, it has to do with boxing. So that's just out of all the styles of martial arts, it's boxing. So you watch the movie. At the end, obviously, Rocky Balboa wins. Ip Man wins. And at the end, they both give their speech about, it's not about hating somebody else's country. It's more about their style in the martial arts, or more about Rocky Balboa seeing themselves as fighters versus enemies. So at the end, they give this speech that is supposed to be motivating to both countries, for the spectators, the American spectators watching Ip Man, and for the Russians in Russia. So you basically got the same story plot. Now I know Ip Man's based on a true story, and Rocky 4 is it's fiction, but it's a really good story. So I'm just here watching these movies. I'm thinking like, hey, I've seen this before. It's Rocky. So yeah, just want to point that out. Maybe some of you have noticed it, maybe some of you haven't, but it is. I consider it very, very similar, to a point where I'm like, it's basically the same movie. Now both movies are amazing. Most likely I'm probably gonna watch them again. They are the type of movies that I would watch on a daily, weekly basis. Just pop it in, and it's just a very entertaining movie. So leave your comments, concerns, agreements, disagreements. But yeah, Ip Man 2 and Rocky 4. All right, see you everybody.